My name is Scott Starr. I'm a full-time student at the University of Oklahoma, and I'm beginning my day. However, I'm not going to school just yet. I'm going to work. To add to how challenging it is to be a full-time student and a full-time employee at the same time, the odds are, if you're also a college student and watching this, I'm old enough to be your father. Graduated high school in 1982 from Del City, Oklahoma. I'm now 50 years old. Trying to finish a degree I started when I was a college freshman at Oklahoma Christian College. It was called at the time. I believe it's now called Oklahoma Christian University of the Arts and Sciences or something like that. It'll always be OCC to me. I haven't shaved in a week or so because really I was having scheduling problems. I'd have to get out of bed and run straight to work early in the morning before the sun came up, like I'm going to have to today. So I missed shaving for a few days. Then I didn't have the money to buy the razors. Being a full-time student is expensive, as you all know. And then today I have some razors, and I have enough time to do this, even though it's probably going to rash up my face, but it's time to shave. I don't like to look like such an old man walking around on a college campus full of younger kids. Don't really fit in that way. Don't have much time for socializing anyway. I'm on a fast track. By the way, to make it even more challenging than that, I'm also diabetic, type 2. Also have to take insulin shots twice a day. Besides the insulin, I'm also taking 16 other medications. I take enough pills every morning to get full. Who needs breakfast? Man, I'm so tired. Having this full-time job, trying to carry a full class load at the same time, is not the kind of college life that most people imagine when they think about it.
Do you want to dance? Huh? Do you want to dance?
You know you make me wanna kick my heels up and throw my hands up and throw my head back and come on now. So good to see you.
I don't have time for any of that stuff. I barely have time to do my homework. Oh man. These shoes are less than 3 weeks old. I'm gonna have to wear them today. I guess I can get some super glue or something. Hard to get good things anymore. Need a haircut too. I have to make some time for that. Good grief. This is gonna be another long day. I Let's get it on. I am what you call a non-traditional student. And basically all that means is that you didn't take the usual straight out of high school, come to college, in and out in 4 years path. I went to Oklahoma Christian College my freshman year. I bounced around. I didn't do very well as a freshman. I wasn't mentally prepared. Then I went to Rose State College, a junior college here in the metro area. I went to Oklahoma State University. Then I came here the fall of '87 and kind of ran into a brick wall with my financing, and I ended up basically entering the workforce that year. I did go to technical college in Texas and about graduated from there in 1995 in audio-visual production technology. I worked off of that certification, or basically it was an applied science degree, for about 15 years. And then I got laid off when the economy turned down in 2010. Actually, took the dip in 2008.
The crash of September 2008 brought the largest bankruptcies in world history, pushed over 30 million people into unemployment, and brought many countries to the edge of insolvency. Wall Street turned back the clock to 1929.
By 2010, the company I was working for was really hurting, and I got caught in the fourth round of layoffs, sat home for about a year, and I started to think, you know, maybe this is a good time for me to go back to school and finish what I started as a younger man. And so I've come back. It's been a tough road. Okay, hold up. Let's rewind a little bit. I want to talk about how it is that I came to be living out in the country where I'm at now. When I decided to return to school and try and finish what I'd started as a younger man, and finish my degree, I was married. Well, I guess technically I'm still married, but I'm separated. Actually haven't even spoken to my wife in about 3 months. My wife was essentially in meltdown mode. She was tired of living in poverty and stress and barely seeing one another with both of our busy schedules. I was a full-time student at OU, having to make that long commute each day. And she works nights at the local hospital, taking care of mostly cancer patients. So I had to leave home, essentially with nowhere to go. And I couch surfed for about a month before I finally found a place. And it was the place that I have now out in the country. Sure does get dark out there at night. It sure was a long and lonesome winter. Spring is here now. It's a time of not only thunderstorms here in Tornado Alley, but it's a time of rebirth. This place is sort of a hillbilly heaven. It'd be the ultimate bachelor pad if I was actually a bachelor, if I had the time to make it so. The rent is cheap, and my housemate is a fellow Native American and kindred spirit. You might have noticed my makeshift disc golf basket there, or maybe you were wondering what it was. I have my own disc golf course set up where I can throw on that basket from 9 or 10 different spots and get in a full round. Although I haven't had that much time this semester, I do enjoy the disc golf. I took it up when I first returned to school a few semesters back. Because of my type 2 diabetes, my doctors were always telling me to exercise and walk. Just walking down the road or around the block is boring. Disc golf is fun. I was introduced to it by a classmate and fellow Cherokee from my Native Studies classes who became a good friend, Martin Perez, who has the nickname Tlu Tlu, which is the name for the martin bird in Cherokee. Martin also introduced me to the Society of Native American Gentlemen. Joining that brotherhood was one of the best moves I've made as a student this time around. I haven't been very involved with the brothers this semester because of having to leave home and subsequently work full-time to survive, but I make time for them whenever I can.
We strive to be Native American gentlemen because we need to be more represented in the academic world through ourselves. The numbers for Native American men graduation and retention rate are fairly low, and our aim is to turn that around.
Saving this wire a lot, this copper wire. Take it home and sell it for scrap. This cat 5 or 6, you get like 75 cents a pound for it. There's been weeks where if I wasn't doing that, I wasn't gonna eat. You know, it's kind of a juxtaposition. Over here we got a law office. There's somebody who's got a jog wire sitting there. You know, at my age, a lot of my peers they're doctors and lawyers. They're already set up. Here I am, still a student, picking up scrap wire to have a meal. You know, I had wanted to be originally in journalism or broadcast journalism, and when I was last enrolled at OU, before now, I was actually a film student in film as art over in the art school. My interest in film as art began in 1979 at the age of 15.
Come on, baby, take a chance with us.
I went to see the movie Apocalypse Now with a friend of mine that I'd grown up with, playing soldier and watching war movies. The movie left me deeply intrigued, disturbed, inspired by the power of film. Ironically, I see a lot of parallels with the problems experienced in the production of that movie in this second attempt at college that I'm in the middle of now. So when I was able to come back to school this time to give it another try, after a couple of decades of working hard and wishing I had graduated with the 4-year degree, I was dead serious. I decided to do all the things that I spent all that time wishing I had done before. I sit on the front row of my classes, I get to know my professors, I engage in all the discussions as much as I'm able. I take every opportunity I get. One of the first things I did was get a gig writing opinion columns for the OU student-run newspaper. I got a student job with OU Video and Media Services, where we would do everything from satellite uplinks to major news networks to shoot a couple of television shows that go out on local cable access, do lots of side projects. Get to shoot events over in the music school, like concerts and things like that for the archives. I've done 2 internships with the Native American Journalists Association, and of course I also took documentary filmmaking classes, which is a goal that I've had for many years. That's what I'd really like to do, is to be a documentary filmmaker. And guess what? Now I am one. My college journey has not been as fun or glamorous like some comedy movie about going back to school at middle age, but I am going to graduate and be oh so proud when I do. Failure is not an option. I will adapt and overcome, I will succeed, and I will serve the Native community and the greater good with the talents I'm acquiring. So help me God.